Yes. Hello and welcome everybody to my new build video. It's gonna be raid build for Berserker, the Mayhem build, as you might have heard of. So let's start out with the skills. This is very high stagger build as well, which comes in handy on most boss fights. First off, we have Finish Strike with Enhanced Strike, Weak Point Detection, Lights Out. This skill is extremely good for the stagger, like I mentioned, because of this second attack as well, the chain attack. I'm gonna talk about, well, actually, I will talk about runes right now as well. You wanna have Galewind for skill casting speed to make this skill go faster. Then we have Shoulder Charge to with extended distance here to get away from AoEs as fast as possible. The first upgrade is more than enough. Then we have Tempest Slash for some big damage. Most of our skills are going to be with cooldown reduction. Again, weak point detection here and driving hit. This makes this kill go in one hit, not two-part skill. You want to go with the stagger damage. Again, very good against that. Shoulder Charge, you would probably want to go with Quick Recharge. Very good rune for that. Now we have Hellblade, another very good AoE skill as well. And Gap Closer as well. We're gonna go with Leap right here, Deadly Blow. When our HP is below 50%, this pairs well with Mayhem once again. So you have 24/7 increased damage outgoing. Earth Flip, second part of the skill pretty much. I will show you the rotation and skills in a bit. Chain Sword for the buffs. It gives you crit right here and attack speed as well by a lot. This pairs well with charging abilities like Hellblade or Strike Wave that I will talk about in a bit, because both skills are, chargeable. Now we have Strike Wave with outgoing damage per charge level. We'll charge it 2 times. With Limit Break, there you go, charge level +1, and more damage, and then we go with Earth Flip. Blaze Wave is separating like 3 ways, but Earth Flip does more damage. Now Red Dust. And at least I'm great. Look at that, beautiful. We're gonna go with Quick Prep because this is gonna be our main buffing debuff, if you wanna call it, on the target. Gives you crit chance as well, a lot of crit chance, and then you do more damage on the target, as well as, as you can see there, on a successful hit, post take plus 30% damage for 6 seconds. This is absolutely insane. Now Sword Storm, our main damage and stagger ability as well. Quick Prep once again, because the cooldown itself is quite long. Weak Point, just like on those 2 abilities, Finish Strike and Tempest Slash. The last one is Flame Sword. When your HP is again below 50%, your damage, ongoing damage, is increased by a lot. So, you will always have this increased damage. So this goes for the skills. Again, for the runes, you want to go with Overwhelm on Sword Storm. It's a very good stagger ability. Bleed on Red Dust because it already applies bleed. Strike Wave, I went with Rage, but you would want to have Galewind again for skill casting speed, but I don't have that. Chain Sword, you could go with Bleed, for example, not too bad. You could go even with Quick Recharge as well. Might swap it. Hellblade, Galewind, I have only green one. And then we got, I talked about this Tempest Slash for stagger as well. Now, when it comes to skills, gear, I'm 1340, tier 3. You want to focus on crit and swiftness. I would go for more crit than swiftness, or you could go 50-50. It's up to you, whatever gear you can get first on your jewelry. Engravings. You want to have level 3 Mayhem if possible, absolutely. This is pretty easy to get if you can get the books for Mayhem. As you can see, I already used purples. Now I need legendaries, which is gonna take a while, because these are the most expensive books. So if you get some spare, you can sell them and make some gold. So Mayhem level 3, and the second one that pairs the best with Mayhem is Master's Tenacity. I rolled quite a few stones today from the auction house and jewelry as well. I spent a lot of gold. My luck is non-existent. My RNG is just not in this game. So your ongoing damage is increased at 50% HP or lower, which we are always below 50%, so you're non-stop 16% increased damage. Now the third awakening that you want to have is Cursed Doll. You get more attack power, just like the Master's Tenacity. your healing is reduced by 25%, but we are 25% HP capped. That's what Mayhem does. So using the green or blue potions is more than enough. As you can see, 45% HP recovering. So if you have Curse though, it doesn't really matter. You could even go for a Master of Ambush because a lot of our skills are back attack. Or you could go with Raid Captain. But with this one, I would go Swiftness because you get more movement speed from Swiftness, which means more damage from this one. You also get with Grudge, but this is only advanced engraving. If you're very familiar and you know the mechanics of the raid, boss, or whatever, then you can easily avoid the damage, AoEs. You could go with Grudge. But I'm gonna go with Master's Tenacity and Curse Doll. So that was the engravings. Also Mayhem, again, your attack speed, movement speed, and attack damage is increased by a lot. You have damage reduction by 65%, but you are kept at 25% maximum HP. And also, as you can see, you can only receive 25% of shield's effect. But let's talk about cards because they link up with this Mayhem very well, Master's Tenacity. So if you're below 50% or lower HP, you take less damage from foes, which is, you know, another damage reduction, another defense plus. So that's 20%. What's great about this card setup is it uses only two of these to have the first bonus. And only 3 of these, which are very easy to obtain from the main quests. These are the part of main quests. 3 set, so you get 20% from foes reduction. This last card is random, doesn't really do anything, give anything. But as endgame cards for raiding, you would want to have, most likely, which is almost impossible to get, it's either this one for more crit chance, crit rate. Also, the region rates are mostly dark, so you get dark damage reduction and then crit rate, but you would need to awaken these cards, and all of them are mostly legendary, so it's very hard to get. Speaking of, this is a green one. I just deleted one. Damn. Light Obsolation is also pretty good because you can get holy damage 7%, which means you get extra damage. Again, a dark damage reduction even more than from the set I showed a couple seconds ago. But again, all these are legendaries and yeah, very hard to get. So these are very easy to get. This will do for the time being. And yeah. So this was the gear, engravings, the cards. For gems, you would want to obviously focus on your skills in here for damage or cooldown reduction, whichever you can get first, because gems are quite, not hard to obtain, but higher levels take time. So you can go with cooldown reduction on the long cooldown skills, for example, like Hellblade, Strike Wave, Sword Storm, and then damage on Finish Strike, Tempest Slash. You would want to go with cooldown as well on Chain Sport and Red Dust, as both of these are buffing abilities. And for Awakening, you will definitely want to use Berserk Fury and not Chain of Vengeance. This one is used for PvP only. You can expect PvP build as well. So Berserk Fury, you charge it up. I always recommend use Red Dust and then Berserk Fury, so you can do much more damage Awakening. So let's show the boss Scarecrow. Show the rotation, combo rotation. So you could go with 2 ways with this build. You could start with Chain Sport and then start with the charge abilities, or you go with Red Dust into Chain Sport and then start with your abilities. But then you would wait for rotations, kind of. Let's see how it goes. Red Dust, Chain, we go with Hellblade as well, so it's faster because we have attack speed. Now Strike Wave as well. Mini Strike, Tempest, or you can go with Sword Storm. Then we have again Chain Sword. You could go with Z after that. You can use Z non-stop every 32 seconds. You see now we're already waiting for cooldown, so Red Dust there should be delayed until you get skills active. And this is pretty much the rotation. You always want to wait for Chain Sport and Red Dust before going with your big skills right here. Pretty much. That's the only thing. You can throw in Shoulder Charge if there is no AoEs or attacks incoming for the cooldown reduction with the rune that I showed you before. This one. Cooldown time is minus 12% when skill is used. Very useful. So that will cover the rotation. If I missed anything, let me know. That we pretty much it. For skill tree effects, you want to use pretty much anything. I will show you how to do it. You go into settings into your skills, and you always click on these triangles if it's something you wanna track pretty much on the gear. So you wanna obviously track the upgrades that you have on your skills, as you can see here, temper slash as well. Sometimes some of the upgrades are bugged though, and they don't show for some reason. Might be fixed next time, but yeah. So I have some of that on my gear as well. 3 here, only 1 here. Still need to get some upgrades. Still need to change some, but mostly I have pretty good upgrades. Now, I will upload a separate video showing a Guardian, most likely a Grexion, the 1340 Guardian in tier 3. We'll see how it goes. But if you guys would like to check out my links, the Twitch, Discord, Twitter, join me there. I would greatly appreciate it. You can expect, again, PvP build next time. And if I missed anything, let me down below in the comment section. And I'll see you next time. Have a good one, lads. Peace out.